Sorry,
things like that.
So what is the next question you want to ask then? The next two questions.
I forgot. I think I already did last, or I've.
Your friend will check with that. So
yeah.
First of all, I think it's for you. But so Hanling, you're out for it, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely out.
Okay, so only left you. Sure, no problem.
Sure.
Okay, I will help you to find from that. Don't worry, lah. Okay, so now today only two of you, so it's very short, sweet, and simple. Okay, we need to go through whatever. This is the last lesson for the months of November. So December will be different things already altogether. So I mentioned before, tomorrow I'm going to share with all of you with the set 2. I already shared the set 1 for the 2023's lesson plan. There are a lot of items. Okay, a few items that will be not few, in fact, quite a few new items will be shared with all of you. How to improve your writings, your essay, whatever, all the paper 1, 2, 3, 4, and how you, okay. And I would like to hear the feedback from all of you tomorrow. And of course, you received my invitation, right? The two of you. Hanling, are you there? Wait, where is he? Oh, I was talking on the camera. I did not see. Hanling, are you there? Hey, where's Hanling? Hello, Hanling. Okay, I move on now, tell you. So this is last week we did with Yibo. Okay, the ideology. This will be very useful. I'll tell you. Take note now for your social study next year. Okay, you bought your book already now.
I haven't.
Social study book.
Haven't, but I saw the book list, but I haven't bought it yet.
Okay. So once you start buying, once you start once you bought the book, start reading it. The social study book is very important. Okay, right. Okay, so next things are yes, hi, Hanling. As I was saying that when I was talking, tell you, I can't remember
about social study about this.
No. We are talking about the items that we share next year, okay, and how we're going to use it for your paper 1, 2, 3, and 4, all the new ideas. So tomorrow, I need all your feedback. At the same time, last week, this only the two of you today. Last week we talked about the ideology explained. Okay, this triple E, take notes, will be very, very useful in your social study. Hey, by you are taking literature, right?
Yeah, literature and the social studies.
Okay, so same thing. So next year, do me a favor, whatever literature books you have doing, okay, I would like you to give me the title of the books, and then when
I'm pretty sure I already got it, so I should really get it for you.
Yes, give me the book's title or whatever it is, so I will do research on that, on helping you.
Literature, right?
No, take a picture, not now.
Oh, it's something about how we live now, stories of daily life for literature.
Okay, so never mind, just take note. And once you bought the books, share with Uncle Raymond.
Yes, sir.
How you haven't taken your dinner? Poor thing, so late.
No, I'm just eating something.
Oh, okay. So thanks to Yibo, Tianyu, you're talking about Christianity. Very good, We're talking about last week about how the contraceptive, condoms, anti-abortions, LGBT. You know, recently the football, there's a lot of players want to wear the armband for LGBT, but they were being banned because the Muslim countries are very anti-LGBT. They do not support all LGBT. So because of that, they find it is a double standard and they are not happy with that. But because these are the religions, so now you understand, Hanling and tell you, religion is so powerful that can override everything. So next 2 years when you're doing social study, you will understand why religion, race, and region, the region that we live in, is also very important to Singapore. So religions is the most important in Singapore. Seriously.
Wait,
okay.
just a side question.
Sure.
Which religion celebrate Thanksgiving? Because today is Thanksgiving.
No, Thanksgiving is on the 26th.
26th, but then Google put today.
Cannot be there. I remember it's 26th. Okay, Thanksgiving is actually the Americans celebrating it. It's actually for Christian.
Christian, right?
Yeah, but we Catholic, if I'm not mistaken, we Catholic don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Okay, when you see those Thanksgivings, Halloween, these are mostly the American sites. Okay, the British don't celebrate them. For the Christian, for me, can you really celebrate All Saints Day? You know, Saints of St.
Oh yeah,
Joseph's and
which is the one that I wrote in the story, right?
the 1st of November, that day. Then we celebrate Christmas, of course. We celebrate Good Friday, of course.
He said something. It's like
the Easter bunny, the Easter. But
Oh.
Easter, sorry, in the actual Bible, there's no bunny one. This bunny is all commercial. Okay.
You say something about All Saint Day being like, you know how Halloween is like, it's like something like the Satan or something.
All right, it's a day before the Saints Day. So they purposely want to be anti-Catholic. Okay, so that's what I feel. Okay, and thanks to Tian Yu and Han Ling also mentioned about Han Ling also mentioned about capitalism. Okay, so well done. So now we're going to move on to talk about the frictional, structural, real wages, and geographical, and seasonal and voluntary. So you all have to give me some ideas. What is frictional? Example only.
What is frictional? Is it like
the job only?
Huh?
What is frictional? What is structural? What is real wage?
I
Just
do not
give me
know.
an example. Okay, now mind we look through this first. Then later we talk about it. Okay, for example, I'll give you an example for frictional. That means you do part-time job. Like for seasonal, is a durian seller, correct or not, Han Ling? Like the durian seller, you only got season ma. After durian over already, you don't have the job already. Right? So for example, you know the 美珍香, right? The 肉干.
猫山王.
猫山王 that's the durian. Then you know this 美珍香 the 肉干 is during the Chinese New Year, you need a lot of part-timer, correct?
Yeah.
But after that, you see the 美珍香 is really 打蚊子 very down, very quiet. Correct? Another one is voluntary. Voluntary is like people
It's
who.
like, okay, yeah, continue. Oh no, volunteer is just like you volunteer, you don't get paid.
Yeah. Example, you can say like volunteer to help in the daycare center where you know you are an ex-nurse. The person is an ex-nurse, but he's already 65 years old. So 他在家里没有事情做嘛， so 他出来contribute to the society and contribute to his skills, experience, and expertise to help out without getting a job. Maybe they will give them a bit of transport money lah, correct? To be fair to her or to be fair to him, or maybe giving 1 or 2 meals to eat free lah. That's all, correct or not? Or maybe at the end of the year they will give them a hamper just to show the appreciation. But they will not give dollar and cent. Volunteer workers do not care, not supposed to have a salary. Okay, geographical, that means, for example, Han Ling, you are very good in IT, for example. Let's say, no, I will change it. You are very good in IT, you are very good in AI, same as maybe surgical products. But because Africa is booming, but they do not have this expertise, but they don't want to engage Europe, okay? Because it's very expensive, all right? And then they have these China people in Africa, but some China people cannot speak well in English. So they will engage you. So you have to fly all the way from Singapore to Africa to settle this. So it's called geographical employment. So after that, when you settle the project already, like Han Ling, you settle all the things. Let's say if they want to set up a hospital in Central Africa, okay? Kenya. So you 做到完，可能那个工作是2年的工作。So when you settle already, they'll pay you 2 years. Something like frictional already. So geographical can be frictional, okay? Right. The real wage, of course, like let's say you are a lawyer, okay? So you get paid. So now this country, say in Maldives, you know Maldives, right? Maldives is in one of the very nice places, something like Bukit and Langkawi and Desaru and Bali. So let's say you go Bali, for example, you go Bali. So they need someone like for you, you can speak very well in Malay, all right? Then you decided to go there and start a law firm, okay, you. So it can be geographical, 对吗？从新加坡搬去巴黎嘛，对不对？可是你是做一个 full-time lawyer 嘞 ，so you get a wage， 明白吗？你 set up your company in Bali at the same time you collect a salary. That's the real wage. Structuring means that you do certain parts of the job only. Okay, for example, you know renovation. Let's wait for Han Ling come back first. So for structural is a bit different. So Han Ling and Tian Yu. So let's say one day you all got married with your wife, okay? Tian Yu, your wife, so Mr. and Mr. Tian Yu and Mrs. and Mrs. Han Ling decided to renovate a landed property, okay? So you bought a landed property, let's say a resale landed property, where, okay, because you want to stay near to your parents. Then, but this landed property 很旧了嘛, must re-renovate, 对吗? Then of course you must get your plumber, your carpenter, your electrician, 对不对? All the things are structural 是说 ，OK carpenter 就做 carpenter 的 good job， electrical 就做 electrical 的 job， 对不对？到那个 aircon 啊 ，water heater，then plumber of course 就是到那个 bathtub 啦 basin， 对吗 ？Right， so electrician 就是到那些东西 ，then painter of course is to paint your whole entire house， 对不对 ？So structural means they actually are also professional people, but they are specialized. Okay, structural can be this part, like they are structured to that, or maybe they are structured in the sense that at that point of time, okay, very good example, children. You know, about 2 years ago, we got this swab test. You know, you go to shopping center, they always like to check your token ring and then your handphone, correct? Whether you're vaccinated, right? And then you have then your token ring. These structurals, these people can be structural.
They used to care so much about that. Like if you don't have safe entry, you can't enter somewhere. Now we don't care. It's not even a thing anymore.
But do you know, because of that, you see, I think Han Ling and Tian Yu, you realize now this social study is really very paramount important to Singapore and throughout the world. Without this social study, honestly, I would really want to sell this product so highly recommended to. In fact, more important than English or Chinese or Maths, A Maths or E Maths, whatever. Because this social study, we are talking about the safety of the citizen, right? And also the well-being of the citizen, and also not only that, our children, the well-being of the regional, because 那些带病的人是从别的国家，而且 sorry this is recording. I don't want to mention which country who are they. Because some country they don't give a bloody damn to their citizen, 对吗? And then what happened? Their citizen got virus attack, and then how? And then when they came to Singapore, my goodness, our government take care of the foreigner, 对吗 Han Ling and Tian Yu? They give them free injection, 不是说because you're foreigner, never mind, let you die. 没有嘞，反正我们去 dormitory 对吗？ go and inject, vaccinated all the foreign workers, right? I think they say, well, thank God I'm in Singapore. But then agree on Tian Yu and Han Ling, they will think that, 怎么办? My family back in my country, they don't even have vaccination. I got vaccinated. Some of them, their vaccination may be putting water instead of the real Pfizer. You get me? 可能他放水 just to 骗他们钱 You never know, right? I'm very sarcastic to say that. Okay, so children, so this is structural. So after they've done this project already, no more, right? You don't see any token rings ambassador for what? No need, 对不对? So this is very important, because it will help you to understand further why employment, there are so many types. Why employments, we need frictional structures, real wage, geographical, seasonal, and voluntary. Now, out of this, which one is important? I can tell you, every jobs are important. Like for my case now, you see, I work a real wage before. Now I'm actually a seasonal geographical voluntary, 对吗? As a volunteer, I'm a police officer. My salary 1 hour is $4.60, $4.60. That $4.60 is only to pay for my MRT transport and my makan. I think it's the worst salary among all the McDonald's, true enough. But I took this job because I serve with pride, because I can use the 3P. I provide peace to the country, all right, correct, prosperity to the country, and also provides to deter crime. So this is voluntary. Seasonal, yes, there are certain citizens, like just like you asked me, Tian Yu and Han Ling. Christmas is coming, right? I'm helping my friends to do some of the manpower crunch and take care of that. Geographical, yes, Han Ling and Tian Yu. One of my friends saw my boot camp. Very interesting. He said, Raymond, will you mind come to Vietnam to start your boot camp? So this is geographical, 对不对? I have to fly to Vietnam, right? So real wage, I was an ex-teacher before. I was an IT manager before, okay? Structural, yes, sometimes I do certain parts in my jobs. Like now I'm like working in Gojisu. I do certain part of the job. Frictional is like part-time. So practically, Uncle Raymond cover everything in my whole entire life. So which one is important? Han Ling and Tian Yu. There's no such thing important. It's when you need that kind of jobs. True not? Right? Some people can be real wage from the day they graduate from university, all the way they retire, they only got one job. That is called the real wage. That's this one here.
Real wage is business, right?
No, real wage 就是拿一个 full-time salary job. 就是一个 full-time pay job.
That's full time, so it's basically.
Sorry, you're lagging.
So is it basically just full time?
Yes, 就是说你没有做 part time， 你没有 moonlighting， 你就是说好像一个 doctor 从你毕业 as a doctor houseman， 你做 doctor 做到你老，做到你退休。
Yeah, but so can you say is that applicable to like McDonald's? Like you just work at McDonald's from like probably the age of 14, age of 16 all the way until you retire. You just work at McDonald's every day full time.
Yes, there are people who do that. Seriously, you are right.
I still counted, right?
Yes, they are counted. You're right, because this is their job, their full-time job. You're right. So this real wage, to be honest, okay, is something that you have to take note, because there are some people who well, a very good example, Han Ling and you is Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, right? He's a full-time lawyer plus a full-time politician, 对吗? He don't do seasonal. He got seasonal. Don't have what? He don't do part-time. Of the day I do part-time Prime Minister of Singapore. Next week I do what part-time what in McDonald's. No, and he doesn't do voluntary. So if you ask me, Tian Yu Han Ling, is it real wage is the best? Of course, you got a fixed salary, 你不用担心，对吗? Right. Well, the other five are the frictional, structural, geographical, seasonal. The worst is voluntary. Voluntary 一分钱都没有拿的Okay, no salary one. Of course, real wage will make you to become can be a millionaire. It really can be a millionaire. It's like a CEO of a, DBS CEO.
Wait, speaking of CEO, do you know who David Yong is?
Which country? Which company, sorry?
I can't remember the company's name, but wait, let me send you the video link. You know the one who tried to be a K-pop star? You know that dude?
What happened to him?
No, just give it a look sometime and tell me what you think of it. He's 35 years old this year. He is a CEO and a lawyer, and he made a K-pop song.
Oh, okay. No, you don't send me to this Zoom chat. You have to send me to my WhatsApp. After this Zoom end already, I will not have this link already. Okay, send to my WhatsApp. Thanks, honey. So you see, there are people who are, the Adam Khoo now. You know who's Adam Khoo? I'm gifted, so are you. You know Adam Khoo now? Can you? Huh? Honey, you don't know?
Can you give more description about him?
Adam Khoo is in Singapore, one of the youngest millionaire at the age of 25 or 28 years old. He came out this book, I'm gifted, so are you. So he always come out this book camp in secondary school to motivate students to study well. So there's this possibility. You can be a CEO of a company. The DBS CEO the CEO of DBS 1 year earn about $2 million. Salary plus bonus plus share plus everything. 2 million that I heard. I may be wrong. Okay, our Prime Minister in Singapore is about 1.1 million per year. Compared to US President, I heard it's only 1 year $400,000 salary. And then the poorest president in the whole entire world is Venezuela president, who only got a US about $1,200 per year. The rest of his money donated to charity. So that one is called the so-called.
Okay, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, he donated his salary to the charity. Same as Donald Trump. Donald Trump also donated his salary, and he took a salary of $1 during his presidency. So guys, so now the two of you, can you just tell me an example? Okay, Yi-Boy, if you are listening, okay, tell me what is the example that you can find for frictional. You just tell me the job only, I'll type it, or you can type in your Zoom chat now. Yeah, I'll give you a few minutes to think about it.
Is it like you move from a job to a job?
No, you just give me an example of what is a frictional job.
Like probably can I say something at McDonald's or something?
Huh? Sorry?
McDonald's?
Yeah, McDonald's, which one?
There is multiple?
Which one? Multiple, frictional, structure, real wage, geographical, seasonal.
Okay.
McDonald where got volunteer cannot be lah.
No, wait. Seasonal is what? It's just like only certain period of time, right? Seasonal.
Yes, like just remember the durian. Okay.
Oh.
Durian is seasonal.
Then I'll say something like 肉干. Wait, what do you call it?
肉干 the BBQ pot lah.
Huh?
The BBQ pot, right?
I'm not sure.
Or CNY, right? Chinese New Year.
八卦。
Yeah. The 八卦.
It actually isn't as seasonal as you think it is.
No, it's seasonal.
It's not necessarily. People actually buy it when it's not like.
Yeah, but then like if you think about it, right?
Okay, definitely not as much lah, but
correct.
Yeah,
people still buy it. It's still a business that you can make off, even if it's not Chinese New Year.
But that's why the 八卦 the 美珍香
legendary farting.
However, it's more popular on a certain period of time though.
Correct.
So
it's during the Chinese New Year, but of course on normal day you will eat the 八卦 the 肉干, correct. So if during the 美珍香 they also have full-time staff, which is the real wage. Correct or not? Right, correct, agree?
Geographic real wage, I would say like probably does a YouTuber count as it?
Not necessarily. But they're self-employed. I don't think that will count as a wage.
But it's still
because they earn their own money, so it wouldn't be considered wages because wages. Wages are like from a superior to a worker, isn't it?
No.
That's like the terms. A YouTuber wouldn't be considered a real wage.
You are the superior and the worker.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
Is YouTuber like considered as a what's that? As a
real wage.
Real wage.
I was thinking YouTuber will be under structural and maybe seasonal like.
Seasonal no. Seasonal no, because if you post regularly enough.
No. You have to understand some YouTubers are very seasonal. They come in certain time. Hey, come on.
But look at PewDiePie, man. Look at PewDiePie. 12 years. 12 years.
Hey, PewDiePie is very quiet now, like.
No. It's because he just moved to Japan. He's still making. It's like twice a week.
So you'll be under. I will put you influencer under YouTuber.
Yeah, influencer.
Because like general influencers also make money. Like you could make money off like selling how do you say that? Sponsorships, I guess.
Yes.
Aren't there the Instagram ones? I don't know what they do. I haven't.
Yes.
I don't know a lot about that. There's also the TikTok ones, but they don't earn a lot of money.
Oh yeah, those where they pay.
Yeah, they just that's why I say this one can be under. Okay. Under structurals and frictional also, correct? No, cannot. You also can be frictional. Sometimes they have a full-time job. They come in to be a YouTuber, influencer, or even a TikToker. So they just want to get some frame. And then maybe from the frictional, they become a real wage where people employ them as a full-time staff. They get their own salary. They pay their own salary.
Usually, they are the ones who employ people to like edit for them and stuff.
Correct. Yes.
That's the thing. That's why I wouldn't consider them real wage or seasonal.
It's not easy to edit the whatever they do. No, it takes a while.
It's not easy.
Yeah, I can also agree on that because I
wonder why.
The pain in the ass.
You did that before, didn't you?
Yes.
Sorry, didn't you?
Yes, it is. I did.
What do you do?
No, so basically, for my school project, I used like a texting website. So I just like put whatever there is, like whatever we want to put in the like. Okay, so our music project was like we sing the song and then for me we do the lyric video. So obviously my friend sang and then I edit the video. So like, let's say like the Rick Roll song, I will put it on the text where I put my friend.
You guys did that? Oh,
and then I was no. I say example. Oh, chill.
Okay, carry on.
And then I was like, if my friend, let's say Peter sang never gonna give you up, or just put there like picture, and then after that it's like a text bubble saying never gonna give you up like that.
Oh, so
And
it's a bit very obvious, the editing part lah. You're talking about the editing part.
The pain.
Yeah, the editing and then the trimming of the whole video.
Like I've heard someone, I can't remember who, I'm pretty sure it was PewDiePie, say that every video, however long the video is, they usually spend about 5 to 6 times editing.
Yes.
The production itself.
No, they cannot have hiccup. Because when you hiccup, you affect the viewerships and of course the followers.
Bro, status
yeah. And then the way they talk, sometimes they must be very sensitive. If there's any anti-religions or race or anti-certain group, they sometimes their life can be threatening, especially in their country, okay? You know, their countries, some countries, they are very violent, they can really kill and shoot you out. Okay, so that's the thing. So I would say YouTuber, influencer, they are more to quite a bit, but definitely it's not voluntary. Okay, one more to go.
Voluntary, can we just put
what? Sorry?
No, I'm thinking.
Oh.
Theory, like it's like you just request so you can just say like a cooker. Like you just like request yourself, go there and like help the elderly cook.
Give the service free of charge, no?
Yeah.
You don't charge them. So what you can think, you can say you can be a nurse, correct now? A nurse, right, correct now. Or even a caretaker, correct now. To take care of someone, to volunteer, okay, things like that, or even a voluntary to be doing a security, because you are ex-security officer, so maybe you want to impart your knowledge and the skills to those who are coming back to security. Yeah, anyway, I'm also taking a security job soon. Okay, so my security job sometimes might be like the Korean K-pop people come down to Singapore. I might do crowd control.
No, he's Singaporean and he decides to make a K-pop video.
No, not me. I'm talking about an event organizer who want to invite K-pop singer to Singapore. So as a security officer myself, I will have to control the crowd, like maybe in the Changi airport or during the concert or even the back check or whatever. So yeah.
Back check?
Yeah, I just signed up for my security.
Wait, don't you have to be authorized to do that?
Yes. During the F1, okay, F1, some of my colleagues are doing back check. No, you have to.
Wait, do you need a search warrant for that? You don't, right?
No. Because when you're going to the events, they already say there's all this detector, correct now. Correct, right? So this is part and parcel of security, Hey, bloody hell, so one idiot can take one bloody bomb, go inside, boom, then you see, oh, there goes the F1 driver already, bye-bye. no need to drive already, no need to race already, correct not? So safety, correct. So Uncle Raymond is also taking out this as another job. You see, this is considered not voluntary already. This will be a structural already. It can be frictional, correct not? So as and when because my friend started a security company, so say, hey Raymond, I need you to come and help me to take care of the staff there. Since you are a police officer, so maybe you have some experience of that. Maybe you can help me to train the greenhorn security officer, the do's and don'ts. You see? So come in very handy, Tian-Yu and Han-Ling. So with my police officer skills, I can become a security officer, senior security officer or supervisor. So it's very good. So guys, don't look at any other job that is no good. You see, like a few days ago, I worked in F&B to become a kitchen helper. I learned a lot of things also. So this is, like I say, I do from F to V, all the kind of different jobs in order to keep me abreast of the work and also to earn some income. And you know, as a teacher, I need to experience different type of jobs so that when my student come and ask me, correct now, Tian-Yu and Han-Ling, I can share my real experience with them. True not? You thought the student say, you got do this before, meh? You know how a F&B waiter work, meh? You know what is a security officer, meh? You know, so I can say, yes, I do have this kind of experience before. So it's very important, guys, okay? So in your life, of course, real wage is the best because real wage will give you a stable income, a shelter, and good protections, and also for good retirement. You remember Han-Ling and Tian-Yu, the higher the salary you have, the more the CPF, wow, bonus. So that when you retire, you got some people are retired so much money, that they use this money to buy a lot of good things for their family members. So the CPF money is very good. So the more you earn, the higher salary you have, the employer will pay more to your CPF account. Trust me. It's only when Mr. Lee Kuan Yew came out with this idea, a lot of people during the 80s are against it, about this idea against Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. But today you see the CPF, the money can help the kids to go to study, no need to borrow money from the bank and use the daddy mommy to pay, and the interest rate is very low. So this is something that I need to share with you. Employment is important. A country without employment, the country will collapse. Okay, so that's about it. I don't want to move on to too much on this. Okay, let's talk about
Wait, what's structural again?
Structure is like take for example in your renovation, right? These people, like say you need to renovate your whole house. Structural can be a plumber who do the plumbing job, the electrician will do the electrician job.
Cooker?
The painter will do the painter job.
Then does cooker count like you owe, like if you are rich, then you owe, like you hire a cooker?
Yes, a chef, correct. That means
chef.
A chef or
you just say cooker.
No, a chauffeur, chef or chauffeur. You know chauffeur? A chauffeur.
Yeah, he's like the dude who drives some other people around.
Yeah, the one that drives the gun. No.
And then another type of structure can be like Tian Yu and Hanling, you have a big company, so your structure can be, you got finance departments, HR departments, sales department.
Well, what's HR? I still don't know what HR is until today.
Oh, human resource.
Oh.
So for example, Tian Yu and Hanling. So for example, you have a company, right? The people want to come in to work in your company. The human resource will check through their credential. So for example, Hanling, if let's say you want to employ a sales and marketing or a mechanical engineering, of course you need to look through their qualification. You cannot be Tom, Dick, and Harry just come in like that, correct? No?
Yeah.
Right?
Then for mine, I want to put a secretary.
Secretary will be more also real wages, but secretary structure will be under the reporting to the CEO, to the big bosses.
But
only the CEO, the top director, will have secretary.
Okay, never. I think I want my chef. I want to become a chef.
Okay, so if you want a chef in your let's say the multi-millionaire like Elon Musk, you can employ a chef in your house, in your mansions, or in your chateau, whatever it is, or in your bungalow. But usually, if you are a multi-millionaire, there are 3 important structural jobs that people need to work on. Hanling can tell you. Number 1 is chauffeur. You don't have time to drive yourself around because you want to sit back behind after a meeting, or behind you want to read through the notes for the next meeting or things like that. That's chauffeur.
I'm pretty sure the second one is accountant, right?
No, I mean for at home. I'm talking about home, 在家里的.
Private chef, butler.
No, a chef will be not really important. The second one will be a helper. A helper just like domestic helper. That means you can employ 3 helper, but all the 3 can do cooking, sweep the floor, do the laundry, you know what I mean? Vacuum the place. So you don't need to particularly have a chef because chef is very expensive. And you know, when you have a chef, they'll cook expensive food. Sometimes you don't need expensive food, right? You just need a 3 simple meal will do, ma. So if you want to eat expensive food, might as well you ask a chauffeur to drive your whole family to a very posh restaurant, 对不对? The third one, if you are multi-millionaire or billionaire, the third one is the most important, bodyguard. Agree?
Honestly, I feel like if you are a millionaire, like, cause if you consider Mr. Beast, he already has like a bodyguard, even though he's like not a multi-millionaire. Okay, never mind.
He is a multi-millionaire.
But he spent most of his money
in net worth.
Yeah,
you have to count it by net worth.
No, who is that? Who you are talking to?
Mr. Beast.
No, I'm saying like it doesn't really have to be. You have to be insanely rich. Like, as long as you can just hire like some cheap one to protect you already can.
No, bodyguard is important because they need to protect your family member.
Yeah, but then like you don't have to be too rich to get. I'm pretty sure you can even.
No, they're actually really expensive to hire because they need to be like skilled and trained, you know.
Yes.
You can't just hire some dude on the street, right?
Of course,
no.
Yes.
Hire me.
That's why at least two or three bodyguard because they need to do shift work, correct now. You cannot expect the security guard to work 24 hours and then got no leave or no medical. They also are human beings. They will fall sick, correct? So if you ask me if I'm a multi-millionaire, millionaire or billionaire, I will need 8 security guard to 10.
Or like a president.
That's like a
president.
I will need 8 to 10. And
oh yeah, the US president who has dudes running around his car to tank the gunshot.
The chauffeur must have martial art and an ex-police officer. Okay. But this security guard in Singapore, no need lah. But if let's say I stay in US or stay in Malaysia or stay in China or Europe, I will need about 8 to 10 bodyguard. Seriously. And I will need about 8 German Shepherd.
So if you stay in Singapore, you probably only need 1.
Yeah, no need. But I'm saying if I stay in US, I'll need 8 German Shepherd. You know why now?
Why?
Okay, very simple. Each German Shepherd will take 12-hour shift. Then they rotate. So can you imagine German Shepherd A and German Shepherd? Hey, your turn, bro. Take over the shift. I'm going to go back to my canal and sleep already.
I can imagine them like slapping the paws of each other before going out.
Correct. Hey, high five, man, bro. Yeah, thank you, man.
Why is that like an image that's stuck in my head now?
Have a good watchdog, okay? Yeah, tell me about it, man. Yeah, 8 German Shepherd and Rottweiler is the most dangerous dog, the most furious dog. So yeah, think about it.
Why does the dog sound like the type of dude who will go for a drink at the bar?
No, Rottweiler is the one without the tail. The dog is the most fiercest dog in the whole entire canine. Anyway,
yeah, wait, but aren't they the ones that are super hard to train? That's why everyone prefers German Shepherd.
So the moment you bite, only the owner will give the order. If you say stop, they will not stop. Only the owner say stop biting, let go, then they will let go.
Wait, then what if they attack you when you're not here?
Well, that's a skill issue, isn't it?
Okay, I don't know.
What if the owner just hates you and then after he's like, go bite him, and then after my guy just start getting bitten and then dies.
Yeah.
Drive away, it's not that hard.
Their owners bitten by their dog before.
Sure. You know what I want to say? I would say if I live in USA or something or somewhere, I want to own a snapping turtle and then if someone attacks me, I ask the snapping turtle snap them.
Dude, by the time the snapping turtle gets out of its tank, the person's probably in Canada already.
That's what y'all think. That's what everyone thinks they are slow. And then all of a sudden when I ask they snap you, they will become
They swim fast, they can't walk.
Hey, you know the turtle, their bites and their teeth are very sharp, no?
Wait, they don't have teeth.
No, they don't have teeth.
Snapping turtles don't have teeth. Tortoises are the one with teeth.
The way their bites are very painful. It's as good as strong.
It's just another day in Ohio.
This Komodo dragon. Not Komodo dragon. Yeah, Komodo dragon.
Their bites are toxic, isn't it?
Their salivas are very poisonous.
No, it's the bite. It's the bite.
The bite as well as the saliva.
No, the saliva is not poisonous. The saliva is not poisonous. It's just dirty.
The bite, yes, the bites will have these very poisonous venoms in there, just like a cobra.
It's in the fangs. They already did research on this. It's not the saliva of the Komodo dragon that's poisonous. It's the bite.
The time I read through is that their salivas get these toxics. Once they excrete out the saliva and the bite, the poor prey will not die immediately. No, you'll take 1-2 days or 2 days. Slowly the bacteria attack the whole body. Then the body will cannot take it. The animal will fall on the ground, and then slowly you got decay and die.
And then the Komodo dragons will come back and eat.
Yes. Well, very.
How would they find
death, like painful?
No, because they can smell blood. They're kind of like the lamb version of shark.
Okay, Hicha, then what if you get bitten by a Komodo dragon and then after that you go hospital and then you faint in the hospital? They'll just walk up to the hospital and be like, oh, yummy.
Yes.
No. You must understand that Komodo dragons is very popular in only so far they are found in Indonesia, one of the islands. Okay, so not many places in Komodo dragon only live in certain parts of the world. So
but I can imagine a Komodo dragon stalking you to the hospital. Like just dashing right beside the ambulance. You're like in the ambulance and then the Komodo dragon just rapidly chasing after the ambulance.
I'm very determined to eat you. I'm going to follow you.
I want that blood.
Yeah.
Komodo dragon POV.
Okay. Let's move on. We are end for the employment. So you can see employment is very important, children. Without employment, the country cannot function well. Just like the World Cup, you see, the World Cup itself recently, there are people to ask for volunteer in the CC to be usher as well as security officer to make sure that the fans who are watching the match don't be rowdy and become violent.
Wait, wasn't it 6,500 people, migrant workers died for building the stadium?
I'm sorry.
I saw something on this.
Sorry, Han-Ling and Daniel. This one is rumors. They have not seen the fact. And by the way, if it is true, the FIFA organizer, the FIFA will investigate this case. And if it's true, Qatar will be banned for the rest of their life for football already. Okay? So this is an international issue. So maybe people are jealous of Qatar who say all these things. Yes, it may be true. Okay, to a certain extent, maybe not 100%.
Yeah, but it is true they don't support like LGBTQ rights, right?
Because they are Muslim country, my dear.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's why religion rules everything.
Can you say that people are jealous of Qatar? My guy hosts the
Saudi Arabia's richer, bro.
They lose the first round. They are the first organizer to lose the first round.
Everything.
Wait, actually.
Yeah, if you realize all the country that hosted the World Cup, they always win the first round. But Qatar, no, can't you speak? Qatar is the first one to lose the first round.
They are bad.
But there's also a lot. Saudi is the first time the Asian country beat Argentina. Before that, Cameroon was the first country to beat Argentina. Okay.
Argentina's just pathetic at this point.
We're not going to tell about it since they have the most expensive player, most experience, but it's not about individual skill. Football is about teamwork. Okay, it's about not being selfish.
Yeah, but it's Saudi Arabia. Come on, it's Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. You can see the power skill difference between the two.
No, I think this story tells you something, honey, I tell you. Nothing is permanent, nothing is perfect, nothing is.
Wait, did Germany win theirs or have they not competed yet?
No, Germany lost to Japan.
Oh yeah, Germany lost to Japan. Another
yeah.
disappointment.
Oh yeah, because they went the blue lock mode.
So you say, then again, you see, nothing is permanent, okay, honey, I tell you. Doesn't mean if one day your life, you feel very miserable, you'll be FML. Okay, there will be always a pickup point. So this football tells you, everyone say, that's it, man, Japan is going to lose. That's it, man, Saudi is going to lose. But you know, England and Iran, England got 5-0 or 4-1. Iran did not give up. Iran still continue to fight, and guess what? He got 6-2. At least two goals, you see? So nothing is permanent, and don't always, not easy lah. I went through that kind of shit in my life before, you know, a lot of downs and ups, and a lot of downs more than ups. So I just like when I was born, you know, a few years later, I lost my dad, my brother, my grandmother, my uncle, my grandfather, my good friends, all these. Very sad, but sometimes there must be a reason certain things. So guys, so don't take it very negative to yourself. So if one day you are down, always think that what is the best ideology you're going to have. You see the ideology for Saudi, the second half, and Japan, you see, they change the entire course. Let's watch tonight Uruguay and South Korea. Okay?
What South Korea? Just watch. Wait, Uruguay defeated Russia in which year again? 2004, right?
I can't remember, seriously. I really
woke up.
Yeah, that was all where Russia was on a 5-win streak against like at least 3 like strong countries, and then Uruguay just kicked them in the ass.
Itself, if you're a sportsman, honey, if you're a Wusu guy, you should know, right? You no pain, no gain, and you must pick up from the where you make the mistake, and make the mistake to become your success. So there's no such thing as permanent. Today, you might be like, look at Elon Musk and look at Jeff Bezos or even Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the best example. He made millions of dollars and now he died of pancreas cancer. So we cannot fight, no matter how good. You see, Qin Shi Huang, Hitler.
All I want to tell Steve Jobs is that because he died, a lot of apples were wasted. As a tribute, they took a bite out of an apple and placed it next to a photo of him. Do you know how many apples went bad because of that?
Very sad.
They could have cured world hunger. I sound like a Karen.
That's
no, but honestly, he was a great man. He was a great man.
Yeah, he was a great man to create great ideas to the world. But do you know, because of he's a great man, he killed a lot of business. Because of his idea, he killed a lot of business. Seriously.
Just join Apple. It's not that hard.
No, nonsense. It's not true. Not everyone. I'm a very anti-Apple's user. Okay, I don't use Apple in my whole life. My family will use iPhones. You give me an iPhone, I will straight away sell it away. I will never use an iPhone over my dead body. I will never use an iPhone. Sorry. Okay, and I want to say something is that no matter how good you are, like Qin Shi Huang or even Stalin. Okay, we don't talk about Hitler. Hitler was killed himself. I'm talking about those Greek leaders who died of disease or natural death. I'm sorry, die of illnesses and disease. So no matter how great you are, you cannot overcome illnesses and aging and as well as death. So in order to do that, children, you must have to leave a legacy. Legacy will never die. I think you see,
Lee Kuan Yew never died.
Hey, Lee Kuan Yew died for how many years already? 7 years, right?
He died in 2015, 7 years, yes.
You see, after 7 years, you see his legacy still live on. You see, this is where, I mean, seriously, I believe your grandfather and your father will tell you about your great-grandfather, right? Your great-grandfather may have passed on, but his legacy has lived on to you or even to your next generation. So don't let this legacy to die off. Okay, let's back to this one. The purpose and ideology of education. Education is the one that will really make you a different person, a person of how you see things. Let's see. Tian Yu, your turn, please.
The purpose and ideology of education. There's no one single definition for what education really is. Experts and scholarship from the beginning have viewed and commented about education in different ways. The definition mostly agreed upon was that education is an acquisitions. It's an acquisition.
It's an acquisition to acquire.
Acquisition or passing of skills, behavior, or knowledge from an institution to another. This institution can either be a person, a school, a family, or even the society. If we go in the ancient meaning and the ideology of education, it means to lead out a group of ignorance. In other words, education or knowledge in this sense was like education brought the person out of the dark. The purpose and ideology of education is therefore to bring out the potential of a person and pass it on.
And pass on the knowledge. So you see, children, your great-grandfather not only leave a legacy, he leave a very well-educated next few generations. That is your grandfather, your father, and to you. So seriously, what are you going to be, Han Ling and Tian Yu? You're going to be a great-grandfather next time. How are you going to leave it to your son, your grandson, and your great-grandson? Your great-grandson will totally forget about your great-grandfather, to be honest with you, true enough. Unless you have a legacy to uphold, like something like, Han Ling and Tian Yu, maybe you got a special recipe, 好像做鸡胧饭，还是碗汤面，还是那个咖喱煲Old Chunky like that, correct 啦？还是美珍香
Wait, Old Chunky has their own recipes?
Correct, yes. Old Chunky is like the curry bao. Okay? Yes.
No wonder it's so nice.
Yeah. So this is a kind of secret.
I never actually knew. I thought they would just use the same one as.
No,
I thought there was a standard one, okay.
Yeah, difference. So their curry also got different flavor. You can ask your daddy, both of you and your mommy. So children, these are the legacies, the recipe, right? They will pass down for many, many, many generations. Because these are the educations, right? Correct, the knowledge and skill, how to cook the curry, how to do the curry pot, the potatoes, how much ingredients to put in. So this is the idea. This is the knowledge. So Han Ling and Tian Yu, one day maybe you come up a new recipe, maybe some what do you call cupcake, or maybe some ice cream flavors, or what they call hot ice cream. That means your ice cream is put into fried ice cream. Have you eaten fried ice cream before?
No, I've never tried it.
Outside it's being fried, but inside
I've heard it's quite nice, but
it's very nice.
I don't see how different it is from a cream muff.
No, it fried the ice cream, but the ice cream is very cold, so they got this layer of flour, then they fry into a deep fried wok. So they take out.
Yeah, I know how it works. I know how it works. But how is it different from a cream puff? There's no difference.
No.
It's the
Cream
same
puff is
thing.
cream puff. But ice cream inside is cold or different flavor, my dear. But cream puff, of
It's
course,
the
is
same thing. It's the same thing.
The only thing is that one of them is cola. You eat cola ice cream like that.
Yeah, but 吃了肚子痛.
Yeah.
That's the only difference from a cream puff.
Hey, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
You get diarrhea after you eat it. That's the main difference.
Diarrhea. agree.
It's just a diarrhea-inducing cream puff.
Yeah, agree. Okay, so thank you for telling you what you have read just now is actually the introductions of what the purpose of ideologies of education. The word this word accusations means to acquire knowledge to get for. It's very important because in your essay when you write this type of words here, you are talking about people not just receiving the knowledge and skill, but when you receive it, you must know how to digest it. You must know how to segregate it. You must know how to improve it and implement it so that your skill and knowledge and your behavior will put into good use. Okay. Next paragraph, tell you, Haning.
What is the purpose of education? If one really looks at it, everyone will consider education as having different purposes. This denotes that the question of educational purpose is actually seen quite difficult to solve. This is because the purpose or purposes of education is entirely dependent on personal beliefs and values. Biesta 40.
So Biesta 40 means online page 40. Page 40, Biesta quote. That means this person quote this Biesta on this sentence. This is because the purpose or purposes of education entirely depend on personal belief. It's true, huh? So like see, like for Old Chunky, they believe their curry puff should be made into very tastier, must have a local flavor. And they believe that this kind of curry puff must be made with the heart and passions. So they carry on these values and pass it down for a few generations. That's why Old Chunky will put that since 1932 or since 1900. So this is how it believed to the purpose of educating the next generation to continue to make the curry puff so crispy, so delicious, and so affordable. Back to you.
Therefore, there is a dichotomous.
Yes, you're right.
Dichotomous depiction of views about education where different schools of thought come and intersect. In simple terms, this.
So when it means that last time, the Hanling and Tian you agree now? If let's say the three of us and plus Ipo take a time machine back to say 300 years ago, I think the women Tian you agree now, will not have a chance to have educations. They even have to tie their foot. Remember in China?
Oh yeah, the foot crushing.
Right?
Did we do a passage about this either in this class or the other class?
This class, right? Remember we did that, right? I think, oh my, horrible, man, those smelly leh. How can it be? They tie their foot so small for what purpose? Huh?
Well, supposedly it looks nice. Supposedly.
Yeah, and then remember the Western, they also tie their women's with the corset. They pull the string until the waist are so small, so slim.
Oh yeah,
Then they cannot breathe, and then they die. Why are you torturing the women's? Give them a room to breathe. But one thing good, they came out different type of lingerie wear. So then again, like this one, you see, this dichotomous depreciation shows that they have different platforms of how education sometimes can kill someone and can destroy someone if you put in the wrong terms. Back to you.
In simple terms, this means that every person has a different aim or different goal in life. They want to learn different things to satisfy what they consider the most important. A person who is passionate about music would like to learn the different instruments. Similarly, a person who is involved in science would want to seek for scientific knowledge. In the both aforementioned instances, both the people are getting educated by different disciplines. Even though their procedure is the same, their purpose is still...
Still what? What do you think? I purposely stop there. What do you think, Han Ling and Tian Yu and Yibo, if you are listening? What do you think that even though their procedure is the same, their purpose is still what? For me, I continue. Their purpose is still to ensure that the next generation can carry out the educations of ideology to be better, to equip, another E, to equip ensure the next generation to do better in their education and to equip them for a future that is unforeseen. Don't know what will happen. And the third E is that to enable the next generation to carry out the good works of the past from our ancestor that we bring in here. So for example, we talk about 弟子规 Han Ling and Tian Yu, you heard about 弟子规 right? 有吗？弟子规、三字经有吗？听过啊 Tian Yu? 弟子规跟三字经没有听过。但你有听过成语啦？OK， 成语成语has been using for hundred of years ago, right? And how come based on our generation now, 2022 that means all this 成语 is BC or AD few thousand a year, 天月翰林. Why are we using it? So there you go. Their purpose is still to ensure, enable, and encourage the next generation to use this in what? To beautify the ideologies of learning and education so that we will not stop there. We do not lack of choice of word to use. Take for example, like reading cats and dogs. They have been using for hundreds of years. They are using that. Take for example, an apple of an eye. Right? Correct. Take for example, 画蛇添足, 守株待兔. Right? Take for example, 恭喜发财. If this 恭喜发财, most of the time we are using in Chinese New Year, 天佑 and 翰林, correct? Right? Now what happens if this coming Chinese New Year, you don't use 恭喜发财, you use what? Hello? You use what?
新年快乐.
新年快乐. Okay, which one is better? You want 发财 or you want 新年快乐?
恭喜发财 is already like the thing on the tongue, you know. Like whenever you
Yes.
meet someone in Chinese New Year, your first instinct is to say 恭喜发财.
Feel good, right?
That's it. Yeah.
发财 means you are prosperous, 对吗? You want to be prosperous. 新年快乐 nothing wrong. But which one is better? So you see, so their purpose is still to use the 恭喜发财 is to encourage, to enable, and ensure that these ideologies move on. 对不对? So this is what I meant. So what about you, 天佑 Han Ling? How are you going to continue? Their purpose is still what? You get what I'm saying? There are more of this to come in 2023 of this.
Honestly, I don't know what to say other than 恭喜发财 and 新年快乐.
No. I mean, their purpose is still what? So based on what? So what is your thoughts on this passage? So how do you continue from here and what have you learned from this? You get what I'm saying? Let's go.
No,
so
do we answer? So what is your?
No, you type it out.
Which one do we answer? Do we continue the passage or do we write? So what are your thoughts on this passage?
You can add both together. You ask a good question. You can.
Can I see a passage? Can you read it again? My brain cell cannot.
No problem. I make it smaller
Make it smaller. Thank you.
so that you can read both lah. Okay, that's the best I can do. Don't do small after you strain your eyes. Okay.
Must it be very wrong, or is that, or you just do it like a situational writing style?
Yeah, 100 words. Just type and put inside 100 words. Yeah. Okay. 100 words.
Okay. So must you start off with some So is
No,
it
no,
possible?
no. Can you? Don't ask me any question.
Okay.
The moment they come to your mind, what you want to type, what you want to write, go ahead, get it now. Okay, don't stress out yourself, please. This is not school, must follow. You free flow ideas, 明白吗? What the first thing come to your mind, you just write. I think from this passage, I think that the ideology of education is something that or you can start off, well, their purpose of education is still blah, blah, blah. Just continue to keep the momentum going. That's about it. Hello, bro. Holiday lah, don't stress there. Don't be wapiang eh. Don't this, okay? Cool down, cool down. Ah.
Just so by okay, never mind.
Bring up. Hey, give me a minute. I go to toilet now. Sorry. Okay, you just type, okay?
Okay. Oh my god. Your hate you. Change. Wait, hey, Chow, when you going Malaysia?
Oh, 1st of December.
Unlucky TV. Okay.
No.
Okay. Sorry, I just went to the restroom for a while. Are you all typing?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait, just scroll up. Can you scroll up a bit? Because I can't see the top. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Your point was?
Okay. Tian Yu, I just WhatsApp him. Mr. Owen will check for you for the
Who's Mr. Owen?
The person who's going to employ you like if you are working the part time there.
Wait, Chair, but do we really have to do anything other than sign contract? Like, do we have to go for training or anything?
Yeah, training will be done by Uncle Raymond.
Huh?
Don't think too much, Tian Yu. Don't think too much.
Because you know my friend when he worked at the F&B, he had to do like those cleaning tests and stuff. The one where like he had to go to a lesson for like 6 hours, I think, and then
correct. Good. No, that one got certificate one. They'll last you for 5 years.
So for us, do we have to? I don't think we have to, right?
No need. Okay, thank you, Han Ling. I saw yours already.
All right, sure.
Okay. I think that this passage is quite relevant, especially for teenagers who are currently receiving education and are also pursuing their talents of interest. Most people receiving such educations learn from the sake of learning and do not understand the purpose of which they learn, and hence are unable to, these people or this group of people are unable to make the most out of it from their own set of education's ethos. Although some may know the main purpose of education is for success in their life, in their future endeavor, especially with their credentials and achievement, they fail to see what is the wide range or spectrums of subjects some may not even, they never use or may never use of any usage in their pursuits of their career. Yes, very true. Very true. Thank you, Han Ling. You mean 100 words? You don't have 100 words, my dear?
Huh?
You don't have 100
you say in 100 words?
Is this 100 words?
I don't think so, but I thought it says in 100 words.
Yeah, in 100 words. Correct. But it's best to be 100 words. Okay. So my thoughts about this passage, wait, I wait for Han Ling. Thank you so much. Let's wait for Han Ling's. Where is he? It's not there. Hello, Han Ling. Are you there? Come on. I want to go and watch my football already. Where are you?
I think he went toilet, maybe, who knows?
So yeah, I will update you. I'll tell you once Mr. Owen reply me.
I mean, I think he will text me if he's gonna hire something, maybe, who knows?
Yes, he will text me, of course. He definitely need manpower. In fact, he need full-time staff also.
Full-time? Oh, wait, sure. But for us, right, what happens, like, so, you know, I'm only taking a part-time because of holiday, like, just need to do something,
We know.
But what if after holiday, like, during school time?
You still want to work? No lah, don't lah.
I like, maybe during school time, I probably would not work anymore, so it's just only actually.
Yeah, can. It's okay. Because we are talking about long-term in the future, like your end of next year holiday, correct or not? Right, next year holiday, you still got one lobang to come in to teach.
And after that next year, the O-level year, and then after
correct.
O-level holiday and stuff.
It means next time when you look for a job, people ask you, Tian Yu, do you have experience? Yeah. At the age of 14, 15, I work in the retail, I serve customer, I do this and that. Then people know, oh, actually you got experience. So instead of $9 per hour, they give you $10 per hour.
Wait, check. Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, right. Yeah, I forgot something. Oh yeah, I remember now. So what if like, let's say like if I do start working after the holiday, and then like during next year holiday or so, will I still be considered as part of part of this job or no?
Yes, of course, provided, let's say, I know you will have good attitude lah. Provided your friends who are working there, if they have bad attitude or bad characters, or when they are supposed to work, they never turn out, they are late, they have attitude serving people, right? All these, definitely we don't welcome you to join us. Fair enough?
But I promise my friend doesn't.
No lah, you don't promise them. They must know their own responsibility, 对吗? You cannot, next time you go out to work, they should know themselves, 对不对? You take care of your own first. Okay, you all are going quite mature teenagers, 对吗, Han Ling? Right. If your friends cannot do a job, it's not your fault, it's their fault already. Okay, so don't think too much. Okay, so can you answer is my thoughts about this passage is that education is indeed have no actual definitions. True enough, to a certain extent, I agree, yeah, but there are some definitions to motivate people to carry on to have educations. So educations are important to people's career, yes. To a certain extent, yes, but now different. Not necessarily you must get a degree. There are people say, no need to get a degree, you can earn millions of dollars. Not wrong to say that. And some jobs require higher education, that is for sure. However, not everyone take it seriously. Some people take education for the sake of taking it, which will affect their future. That one is a forced study. But sometimes, you know, when children are forced to study for the first 10 years of their life, they are actually receiving educations. Their parents are actually helping them to learn something, to make their life better, so that when they come out to work, at least they can read some simple English, simple Chinese, able to hold some simple conversations, to follow simple instructions, and to do simple tasks. So education for the first 10 years are very important. So 不要小看 education. So both of you, what you say is very true. Okay, we got another few more minutes. Thinking and research on ideology education of university based on deep learning. So you have thought about what is education. Now we talk more about deep learning. Han Ling, can you?
Students and wait, what's that word?
Intrinsic.
What?
Student intrinsic motivation. That means the value.
Okay, students' intrinsic motivation and cognitive.
Yes, it's thinking. Thinking, yes.
For in-depth learning will be boosted when the learning subject discovers that the learning objective exists in the complicated problem domain. I need to scroll down. Of flaw.
Flaw means mistake,
Flawless. Okay. Of flaw structure and the genuine social context and has a moderate cognitive load. Education can use a variety of instructional resources, including media, to prepare college students for a range of real-world scenarios. The inner drive for learning will be sparked when the situation conflicts with the pre-existing connection. In contrast to the conventional classroom. Conventional is the very typical type of old set of classroom. Yeah. Conventional classroom of ideological and political education. What's political education?
That means we're talking about like those politics.
Education about politics.
Yes, education about politics, about running a government.
Political education, yes, not direct.
Is there more to that, like running how I run a government, like taxes, security, internal and external securities. Yeah. Where professor?
Okay, where professor, where is it?
Where professor and students are
where professors and students are exclusively involved in teaching and listening. Deep learning places emphasizes on the development of
thinking.
The active classroom is important to deep learning, which is also efficient. Oh wait, I can't see it.
Efficient of?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, the thing was blocking. Sorry. Efficient use of time constraints. Even a direct course on ideology will be endlessly entertaining in such a learning environment. It also enhances the effectiveness and quality of the ideology course in instruction at the same time. Drawing conclusion from others is valued in deep learning. The fundamental goal of ideology education cannot be attained if pupils are forced to merely copy mechanically mechanically recall information and study concepts at a surface level. In order for students to properly comprehend the meaning or significance of an ideology theory during the question answering process, it is required to reinvent the teaching methods. The teaching
method. The teaching methods.
Increases the quantity of classroom question and innovates the questioning methods of the ideology theory course.
So you see, all these is actually preparing you for your A-level, diploma, and universities. Whatever you're doing now for your Set1 to Set4 is a very fundamental. You just listen to what the teacher tells you, you follow, you memorize, you do keep on practicing, make until perfect, like your A-Maths and E-Maths, like what Hanley is doing now, in order to score. But when you go to higher level, it's no more like keep memorizing, do practice. You must know whatever you have learned, how can you expand your knowledge? How can you make this ideology more bigger? Like what both of you have mentioned. It's not just a passion of study. Go beyond that. Go above that. Go enrich out to more people to understand what is education all about. How education can change the world for a better place to live in. Like the FIFA World Cup, for example. Okay, is it bringing the world together as a way of networking to understand a countries better, to help the country to improve their economy better, as what Hanling mentioned, political education to change the governments from a corrupted to a non-corrupted governments. Okay, last paragraph. I think no more, right? Oh, you finished reading all for me. Well done. Is it finished? Yeah, that's all. Well done. Okay, so this is the end of this month's lesson about ideology, unemployment, and educations, and cyber wellness. Okay, so with that, next month, December, there will be new topics and new things. Anyway, the both of you tomorrow, I will be showing you the new lesson plans for next year, the things that we're going to do. It's going to, the Set1 student like the ideas. Hopefully, I want to get feedback from all of you from the Set2. Yipo, unfortunately, I think I will refer it to next week to share with you again. Okay, so with that, I will see both of you tomorrow night class on Zoom, and take care and good night. I got to go and watch my football.
Good night.